Do you ever stop and wonder how many good years you truly have left after turning 70? It's a thought that weighs heavily on many hearts. Each year feels like a treasure, a coin too precious to waste. And here's the truth. Your body's already whispering clues. Subtle signs, quiet messages about how long and how well you may continue to live. This isn't about fate or some fixed number written in stone. It's about listening closely to the story your body tells every single day. Some people at 70 remain vibrant, sharp, and full of energy. They walk with confidence, laugh with friends, and keep discovering new joys. Others begin to slow down, weighed by fatigue and nagging health problems that hold them back. What makes the difference? Science shows there are 7 key signs that reveal more about your future than you might expect. And once you recognize them, you can take steps today to not just add years to your life, but life to your years. Before we dive in, tell me, where are you watching this from? And if you care about staying strong and independent after 70, make sure to subscribe so you never miss what truly matters. Now let's begin with the very first sign. The very first sign is something so simple yet so powerful. It is your ability to stand on one leg. At first glance, this might seem almost trivial, but balance is one of the strongest predictors of how long you will live a healthy and independent life after 70. Think about it. To stand steady on one leg for 10 seconds, your brain, your nervous system, and your muscles must work in perfect harmony. It's not just about strong legs, it's about the connection between your body and your mind. Researchers have found that people who struggle with balance are much more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. And a fall at this age can change everything. It can mean losing independence, spending weeks in recovery, or never quite feeling safe again. Picture 2 men, Thomas and Edward, both in their early 70s. Thomas has stayed active for years. He enjoys daily walks, practices a little yoga, and never lets a day pass without moving his body. When he lifts one foot, he can hold steady for 15, even 20 seconds. His body responds quickly, his mind feels sharp, and his confidence is strong. Edward, on the other hand, has become more sedentary. He prefers long hours of reading and little activity. When he tries to stand on one leg, he wobbles almost immediately, needing to grab a chair for support. What Edward doesn't realize is that this is more than inconvenience. It's a warning sign that his coordination, his muscle strength, and even his brain function may be weakening. The good news is balance can be improved at any age. Even if you feel unsteady, small, consistent efforts can bring remarkable change. Start by practicing in the safety of your home. Stand near a counter, lift one foot just a few inches, and hold it for as long as you can. Walk heel to toe across the room as if you are on a tightrope. Explore gentle practices like Tai Chi, which has been proven to build balance and reduce the risk of falls. So here's something you can try right now. Stand up. Hold on to a sturdy surface if you need to. Lift one foot and see if you can keep steady for 10 full seconds. Did you manage it with ease, or did you struggle? If you found it difficult, don't feel discouraged. Instead, take it as your body speaking to you, reminding you to take action before the years ahead become harder. If you are still watching, let me ask, can you balance for 10 seconds or more? Comment yes if you can, or no if you struggled. Your answer might inspire someone else to start working on their balance today. Now that we've seen how balance reflects your overall vitality, let's move to another sign that may surprise you. It lies in the strength of your own hands. The second sign that quietly reveals your future health is grip strength. It may sound surprising, but the firmness of your handshake says much more than you think. Doctors and researchers have found that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of vitality, resilience, and even longevity in older adults. Why is that? Because your hands reflect the condition of your entire muscular system. A firm, steady grip shows that your muscles, circulation, and nervous system are still working efficiently. A weak or declining grip, on the other hand, can be an early warning of muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. This condition becomes more common after 70 and leads to weakness, frailty, and higher risks of falls or serious health complications. Imagine 2 men, William and George, both 78. William has always valued staying active. He enjoys lightweight training, carries his own groceries, and tends his garden. His handshake remains strong, his hands steady, and daily tasks are no problem. His grip strength is a reflection of his overall good health. George, however, has noticed changes. Opening jars feels nearly impossible. Holding a shopping bag makes his hand ache, and he often shrugs it off as just getting old. But his weakening grip is more than inconvenience. It's a sign that his body is losing muscle mass across the board, leaving him more vulnerable. The beauty of this sign is that you can do something about it. Simple, consistent exercises can restore strength to your hands and protect your independence. Try squeezing a tennis ball or stress ball for a few minutes each day while watching television. Use small hand grippers that add resistance. Carry your own groceries instead of relying on others. Even light gardening, lifting pots, or using basic free weights can build back grip strength. A strong grip means more than the ability to open a jar. It means you can catch yourself if you stumble. It means you can carry daily responsibilities without fear. And most importantly, it reflects how well your entire body is holding on to life. So let me ask you, when was the last time you tested your grip? Try squeezing your fist tightly right now. Do you feel confident in your strength, or does it feel weaker than you remember? Comment with the word strong if you trust your grip, or weak if you've noticed it slipping. Your answer may remind someone else to start working on their own strength today. Grip strength is just one more piece of the puzzle. And just as your hands reveal much about your body, the way you move each day tells an even deeper story. That brings us to the third sign, your walking speed. The third sign is one that most people overlook because it feels so ordinary. It is your walking speed. Every day you walk from one room to another across the street or through the grocery store. But did you know that the pace of your walk is one of the strongest predictors of how long you will live after 70? Walking is more than just moving your legs. It requires your heart, lungs, muscles, nervous system, and brain to work together. A steady, brisk pace signals that all these systems are functioning well. A slow, unsteady shuffle, on the other hand, often points to underlying health issues such as muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even early neurological decline. Think about two men, Henry and Charles, both 75. Henry walks every morning. His pace is confident, smooth, and strong. He crosses the street before the light changes, climbs stairs without hesitation, and keeps up with his grandchildren at the park. His body is efficient, and his walking speed reflects his resilience. Charles, however, has slowed down over the past few years. He shuffles more than he walks, often feels breathless after a short distance, and struggles to keep pace with family. For Charles, walking has become a challenge, and that slow pace is a warning sign his health may be declining. The good news is, your walking speed can be improved no matter your age. You don't need to train for a marathon. Small, consistent efforts can make a difference. Begin by walking a little faster during your daily stroll. Try timing yourself on a familiar route, then challenge yourself to shorten that time over weeks. Light ankle weights or simple leg exercises like chair squats can strengthen the muscles that keep you steady and quick. Walking faster isn't about rushing. It's about keeping your body strong enough to move through life with confidence. A healthy pace helps maintain independence and lowers your risk of illness. The faster you move, the stronger your body proves itself to be. Now, I'd like to ask you, when was the last time you noticed your own pace? Do you still walk quickly, or have you slowed down? Comment the word fast if you keep a steady pace, or slow if you've noticed a change. Your answer may inspire others to pay attention to how they move each day. Walking speed tells the story of your vitality. And after a day of activity, your body relies on something just as important to restore itself. That brings us to the fourth sign, your sleeping patterns. The fourth sign is something that happens when you're not moving at all, yet it plays a critical role in how long and how well you live. It is the quality of your sleep. Sleep is far more than just rest. It is the time when your body repairs itself, strengthens your immune system, and clears toxins from your brain that build up during the day. Good, consistent sleep keeps you sharp, energetic, and healthy. Poor sleep, on the other hand, has been linked to memory decline, heart disease, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. Imagine two men, Richard and James, both in their mid-70s. Richard follows a simple routine each night. He avoids caffeine late in the day, turns off his screens an hour before bed, and reads a book before turning in. He sleeps 7 to 8 hours, wakes up refreshed, and feels ready for the day. James, however, tosses and turns most nights. He wakes up several times, struggles to fall back asleep, and rises in the morning feeling drained. Over time, Richard maintains his energy, focus, and stable health, while James begins to experience brain fog, daytime fatigue, and higher blood pressure. The difference lies in the quality of their rest. The good news is that sleep can be improved with small, consistent habits. Create a bedtime routine that signals your body it's time to rest. This could be reading, listening to calm music, or taking a warm bath. Stick to the same bedtime and waking time even on weekends to regulate your internal clock. Limit screens before bed because the blue light from phones and tablets disrupts your sleep cycle. And don't forget the basics. Avoid heavy meals late at night, reduce caffeine, and get morning sunlight to set your natural rhythm. Sleep is not a luxury. It is one of the most powerful tools you have for maintaining long-term health. When you protect your sleep, you protect your memory, your mood, and your energy for the years ahead. So let me ask you, how many hours of quality sleep do you usually get? Comment the number 6, 7, or 8 to share your answer. You may be surprised to see how many others struggle with the same challenge. Your sleep quality influences almost everything about your health, and it also affects how you fuel your body the next day. That leads us to the fifth sign: your appetite and eating habits. The fifth sign that reveals much about your future health is your appetite and eating habits. After 70, the way you eat becomes one of the strongest indicators of how long and how well you will live. A steady appetite paired with balanced meals provides your body with the nutrients it needs to maintain strength, protect your immune system, and keep your energy levels high. But when your appetite begins to fade, or when your meals are mostly processed, something deeper may be happening. A sudden loss of interest in food can be a red flag for underlying health issues, hormonal changes, or even early cognitive decline. Think of two women, Helen and Patricia, both 74. Helen still enjoys preparing her own meals. She eats colorful fruits, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. She looks forward to her meals and feels energized throughout the day. Her steady appetite fuels her vitality. Patricia, however, no longer feels hungry the way she used to. She skips meals, relies on snacks, and has unintentionally lost weight. What she doesn't realize is that her body is missing essential nutrients. This decline in appetite is quietly weakening her muscles, slowing her metabolism, and making her more vulnerable to illness. Nutrition at this stage of life is not just about avoiding hunger. It is about giving your body the fuel it needs to remain independent and strong. Protein helps maintain muscle fiber, supports digestion, and healthy fats keep the brain sharp. Staying hydrated is equally important, as dehydration can often disguise itself as loss of appetite. The good news is you can rebuild healthy eating patterns. Make mealtime something to look forward to. Sit at the table, serve yourself small but balanced portions, and add foods rich in flavor and color to stimulate your appetite. If cooking feels tiring, prepare simple meals in advance or share mealtime with friends or family. Sometimes eating is as much about connection as it is about nutrition. So let me ask you, do you still enjoy your meals the way you used to? Comment the word food if you look forward to eating, or less if your appetite has declined. Sharing your answer may remind others to pay attention to their own habits. Your appetite tells a bigger story about your health than most people realize. And when eating well becomes difficult, it is often tied to something deeper: your ability to handle stress. That brings us to the sixth sign: how well you manage life's pressures. The sixth sign that deeply influences how long and how well you live after 70 is your ability to handle stress. Stress is more than a feeling of worry. It is a physical force that touches every part of your body. Chronic stress weakens your immune system, raises your blood pressure, harms your heart, and can even speed up the aging process itself. Imagine two men, Martin and Stephen, both 76. Martin faces challenges like everyone else: unexpected bills, family disagreements, and health scares. But he has learned to approach them calmly. He practices deep breathing when he feels overwhelmed, talks with friends when life feels heavy, and focuses only on what he can control. Stress comes, but it passes through him without leaving damage. Stephen, however, holds on to every problem. He worries endlessly about things beyond his control. Small frustrations grow into heavy burdens. Over time, his body suffers. His blood pressure rises, his energy fades, and his sleep becomes restless. The constant strain quietly wears him down. Managing stress doesn't mean avoiding problems. It means training your mind and body to stay steady in the storm. For some, this may be meditation or prayer. For others, it could be walking in nature, exercising, or laughing with friends. Simple practices like gratitude journaling or mindful breathing can have powerful effects. The key is to make stress relief part of your daily life, not just something you turn to in crisis. Science shows that when stress is managed, inflammation in the body decreases. And inflammation is linked to almost every age-related disease from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. In other words, learning to stay calm isn't only good for your mind, it is a shield for your body. So let me ask you, how do you usually handle stress? Comment calm if you stay steady or tense if you find it difficult. Your answer may encourage others to reflect on their own habits and try new ways to care for themselves. Your ability to handle stress is one of the strongest tools you have for protecting your years ahead. But health is not only about what happens inside of you, it is also about the people around you. That brings us to the seventh and final sign, the strength of your social connections. The seventh and final sign that predicts how long and how well you may live after 70 is the strength of your social connections. Human beings are not meant to live in isolation. Relationships, whether with friends, family, or community, are one of the most powerful factors for health and longevity. Studies consistently show that people who stay socially engaged live longer, healthier lives. Strong connections reduce stress, lower the risk of depression, protect the heart, and even keep the brain sharp. On the other hand, loneliness can be as harmful as smoking or obesity. It raises the risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even early death. Picture two women, Margaret and Louise, both 78. Margaret makes time for people. She calls her children, joins a local book club, and attends community events. She laughs often, feels supported, and knows she belongs. Her health reflects the strength of her bonds. Louise, however, spends most days alone. She has drifted away from old friends and rarely reaches out to family. As the months pass, she begins to feel isolated, her mood declines, and her physical health follows the same path. The truth is, social connection is medicine. Every conversation keeps the mind active. Every shared meal lowers stress. Every hug, every laugh strengthens your resilience. Staying connected doesn't require a crowd. Even a few close relationships can make a life-changing difference. If you find yourself spending too much time alone, take a small step today. Call an old friend. Join a group with shared interests. Volunteer or simply make time for meaningful conversations. These little actions add up, protecting both your happiness and your health. So let me ask you, do you feel connected or do you often feel alone? Comment together if you have people around you, or alone if you wish for more connection. Your answer may inspire others to reach out and build bonds that could add years to their life. The strength of your relationships is the final piece of the puzzle. When combined with the other signs, balance, grip strength, walking speed, sleep, eating habits, and stress management, it paints a clear picture of your future. And the best part, every one of these areas can be improved starting today. Conclusion. Now that you know the 7 signs, it's time to take a moment and reflect. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence, or have you noticed small changes that could be warning signals? Remember, your future is not written in stone. These signs, your balance, grip strength, walking speed, quality of sleep, appetite, stress levels, and social connections, are not just predictors. They are opportunities. Each one gives you a chance to take action and improve your health starting today. The message is clear. Longevity isn't only about how many years you have left, but about how much life you bring into those years. By paying attention to these signals, you can stay independent, active, and fulfilled for as long as possible. Simple choices repeated every day can change the way you age. Walk a little more. Eat with joy and purpose. Protect your sleep. Reach out to a friend. Calm your heart when life feels heavy. Every step matters. So I invite you to think about one area you want to focus on first. Which sign spoke to you the most? Share your answer in the comments. Your words may encourage someone else to take their own first step. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way you'll never miss future insights that can help you live longer, healthier, and happier. Here's to your future, a future filled with strength, peace, and many vibrant years ahead. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.